Hi everybody, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you for joining us as we take a look at your weekend weather forecast around the country. We've got a spring-like change arriving. Things are about to warm up after a frosty Friday. Very cold in the South Island at the moment as a result of the high pressure that's nearby. So I know a lot of big frost around Southland and Otago this morning. In the north, it's much sunnier. There's a light easterly flow, although the clouds still remain with the odd light shower over on the east coast. But all eyes are now focused on this area. This is the big westerly flow that's coming out of Australia. It's going to warm up our weather in New Zealand, and it's combining with a subtropical northerly as well. Those two are going to merge and bring in 3 or 4 mild days across New Zealand. However, before I get into New Zealand, I want to shift up to the northern hemisphere and for a moment just talk about Typhoon Noru, which is up here heading towards Japan. Now, it is a significant storm, and we think at this stage rain is going to be the main issue. Obviously, there's another storm out here. That's just a tropical storm. That is not going anywhere. This one, however, is likely to make landfall in Japan, and also very close to Korea as well, South Korea. So this is the latest projection from the weather company and their tracking of it. This is what we call the cone of uncertainty. It gets sort of wider the further away you get. Now, it's going to do a sharp turn in towards Japan over the weekend. Rain is going to be the main feature. This is a slow-moving tropical system. It's going to dump maybe 600, 700, 800 millimeters of rain in some areas. And if the turn to the north to northeast takes a little bit too long, all of a sudden Seoul, South Korea is going to be exposed. At this stage, it's not being projected to be impacted, but I've seen these cones of uncertainty shift quite a bit when you're talking about a few days away. So that's just something to keep your eye on and be aware of. You can track it on our website through our maps. Now let's take a look at what is happening here in New Zealand as we head in towards the weekend. And Saturday starts off mostly sunny and dry in many areas. High pressure out around the Chatham Islands extends across the North Island. There might be a couple of light showers that might pop up in a very slight northeasterly flow there, and maybe 1 or 2 hovering around the North Island's east coast. Otherwise, mostly dry and settled. And in the South Island, you'll feel that nor'wester. It won't be as cold when you wake up on Saturday as it was on Friday, that's for sure. Now we head in towards Sunday, and as you can see, plenty of rain around the western side of the South Island. It splutters and turns to showers for the North Island though, because you're still under somewhat of a ridge of high pressure. This is it here. Now this high pressure plays 2 roles. 1, it slows down the rain for the North Island, but 2, it encourages in the anticyclonic flow. All of this subtropical air brings it down over the North Island, while the South Island, you've got Australian air coming in there. Either way, it's warmer than average across Sunday, but it will be very windy as well. There could be a wind warning issued and a rain warning as well. Now we get to Monday, and it's a little bit calmer on Monday, although you know the winds, they tend to surge, they come and go, so you might find that you get a little surge of wind further down in the south, while other areas might ease. There are a few showers just here and there, but most of the rain still around the west coast, down around Fiordland actually, and we're going to see again more warm weather along the eastern side on Monday as a result of the nor'wester. But by the time we get to Tuesday, there's a couple of changes. We've got more rain coming back, probably into the North Island now, with the low pressure all around here and the high pressure there. This is the squash zone. So expect these warm subtropical northerlies and northwesterlies to continue. Another warmer than average day. Heavy rain on the west coast, but there's a change coming to New Zealand on Tuesday. There's a slight change here as this low moves through, the southerlies on that side of it. So you're going to find the temperatures drop on Tuesday and Wednesday around the south. We're not quite sure just how cold it will get, but at this stage it's not looking like a major event. It's just going to get colder again because obviously we're technically still in winter. That is all from me. We'll update you again next week with the latest. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you on Monday.